In this video, you will get some pointers to help you teach your preschooler some phonics, and I'm going to share with you how we are teaching our preschoolers some phonics, as well as some fun little tools that you can use to make this process a lot more enjoyable. Number one, for the most part, and I'm keeping it simple here, but it's pretty much the same process for a kid that has special needs and for a kid that doesn't have any learning disabilities. Except with the child that has learning disabilities, it's going to go a lot slower, and you're going to have to fill in some of those little gaps here and there. And you can do that by adding some extra games and activities and using music and television and YouTube. And yes, you're going to have to sit with them and work with them. And it is going to go a lot slower, but it's pretty much the same process. One of my favorite tools to use with Naomi is this thing that is, it's basically a word board. There's little cards in there with little animals, and then you can see that you basically spell out their name. Now, I don't expect Naomi to be spelling out the word frog and saying the word frog right away. This is a multi-level process. So we pull out the board and I let her feel and touch the letters and learn how to place them in their specific slots. Then I'll start giving her the little sound. So we have like the F, I'll say f, 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 until she repeats f, 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 or something similar. As long as she's trying, and most of the time she's actually getting it, which is pretty awesome. It's this recognition of what the letter looks like and the sound that goes with the letter.
Da, 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 da. Good job! Can you put it like here?
So we're really trying hard to get that letter sound out. We're using different methods just by her taking her little fingers and feeling it. We also have done some tracing over the letters and of course singing. We all know that leapfrog video, right? All right, ready? This is the D. Da, da, da. The D says da. And then of course, once she says the sound, we reward her by giving her the letter. Actually for Naomi, she likes to be rewarded with clapping. Yay! And yay, like we're her cheerleaders, and she loves that. That's her love language. Now, I know she's not going to be reading when she's a preschooler, but this is just a start. It's a stepping stone, and it's never really too early to be playing. Yeah, you can do it a little bit too early, but we're just playing with them. We're just playing with these letter sounds.
I think Mary can say da,
da, da, da. Ready? This is a new one. Ah. Good job.
And say ah.
And don't push them either. Don't be disappointed if they don't get it right away. It's play. It's all play at this age. And this is great. It's great for her fine motor skills too, because she has to pinch those little tiny pieces and place them in the slot. Now, she still doesn't have that fine motor skill down, and I do have to do a little bit of hand over hand here and there, but it's coming. It's a slow process, but it's coming. It's about consistency too. Dog, you want to do a new one? Now, I always like to give her the option of which board she wants to choose. Letting her lead the learning by picking out which board that she wants to use is really the way to go, because it makes learning more fun and more child-led. Now, these boards are amazing. They're bright colors, they have different animals on it, and right now, there's not one or two of them that I want to do more than the other. So I let her pick. Do you want to do the frog or the tree? Which one? The frog. What does the frog do? It goes hop. It allows her to feel that ownership of her learning. Plus, she feels like she's in control. And when Naomi's in control, then she wants to do it her way all the time anyway. So we're working on that one. And that's why with child-led learning, there needs to be a balance. Yes, it's good for the child to pick out within limitations what she wants to learn. So in this case, we're using the boards. We have a bunch of different boards. In other cases, you can set up a room with a couple different obstacle courses, and she can pick which obstacle course she wants to work on or which station she wants to go to. You can give her two options, like, do you want to play with Play-Doh or kinetic sand? So there's some kind of limitations, some boundaries there. If she tries to go outside the boundaries, then you just redirect her. No, we're not gonna go into the kitchen and try to empty the dishwasher right now. We are going to work on our letter boards. Naomi, look at my mouth. Naomi. Go, 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 go. Now, of course, after a little while, they're gonna lose focus, and that's when you need to constantly be redirecting them. Don't let them pull away. Say, you have 1 more left, 2 more left. Give them a limit, let them finish the activity, and then they can move on to something else. But you, the parent, are still giving them those boundaries. Now, it's really fun if you can add in some of those extra activities. It's like a cross-curriculum sort of thing. So in this case, we were working on the word frog. We did our leather sounds, and then I was like, wait, no, she needs to work on some jumping skills, some gross motor skills. Can you jump? Can you jump like a frog?
Yeah, let's do it together.
So we got down and jump. That's like a big deal for a physical therapy. We were gonna learn how to jump. So we did. We learned how to jump. Plus it gets your blood going, a little bit of change of pace, but you're still in that topic and in that subject and in that learning environment. So she's not like, leaving, coming back and getting unfocused. We're staying focused. Line. Now, writing definitely goes hand in hand with those reading skills. And right now, we are just focusing on drawing those lines and drawing those circles. Never underestimate the importance of those baby steps. Now, you want to do circles? Circles. One way I really like to get her to draw those lines is by singing to her. The wheels on the bus go around. No, they go up and down. Or round and round. See? I should know the difference between my lines and circles. I need to go back to school, right? Seriously. The wheels on the bus go up and down or round and round, right? So that really teaches her, round, up, down, triangle and triangle when we get there, but we're not there yet. Eventually, we're gonna really start working on the cross, which is crossing over that midline. That is a big deal when it comes to fine motor skills and gross motor skills and just developmentally. Now, Naomi is about 4 years old right now, and I get a lot of questions on how long do we do school during the day. Well, first of all, I count all of her physical therapy and speech therapy and just therapies in general as school. I honestly count playtime with her sister as school because we're building those social skills and also imagination and play skills, and her sister really teaches her a lot. When I sit down with her and I'm doing those letter sounds and playing with Play-Doh and we're doing more intensive educational type stuff, I'm gonna say around 15 minutes a day or 20 minutes whenever she gets tired or when she gets bored and wants to do something else. But of course, I always redirect her and get her to finish the activity and then allow her to move on. Dot, dot, dot.
Mommy, look, and it is.
You put it back. Of course, I did mention preschoolers can be very, very stubborn, and that goes for any preschool. So remember to always just redirect them, refocus them, keep distractions out of the room. And distractions can be anything from hearing a train driving near your house to smelling something in the kitchen or just knowing that it's lunchtime, or siblings can also be a distraction. There's lots of different ways to have distractions. So try to keep distractions far away from them. Of course, if they're unfocused, you just redirect them. But if they're doing something that's inappropriate, like throwing or hitting or screaming, that is obviously disobedience, and discipline should be used. Now with Naomi, the discipline that we choose to use is timeout. She hates timeout because that means she's away from us. Being away from your parents and siblings and away from the fun stuff, she don't like that too much. And I don't think most people do, even though some won't admit that. But that is our punishment of choice, and that seems to really work well for her. Of course, I always have liked personally to follow that, if they're one, I never put a 1-year-old in timeout. But if they're 4 minutes. If they're 5 minutes. With Naomi, we do 3 minutes. We'll do it a little less because developmentally she's around 2-year-old. Now let me know if you guys have any more questions. I am trying to prepare a video where it's a Q&A asking me about Naomi, her development, where she is, where me and Naomi just sit down and do it together. I've made 2 of them so far. I'm gonna stick a link around my face in just a second so you can totally check those out. If you liked our video and you wanna come journey with us, feel free to subscribe. We're around here twice a week. We have a blast. And don't forget to give us a thumbs up and leave me a comment down below if you have any questions. So until then, I will see you guys in our next video. Bye.